Hello, pupils. This here is the zoological militia of one, and I have some good news for humans, bad news for spiders, frogs, salamanders, and other things. This here is a exposure of JFK's brains, and this top circle right here. I can't get my touch screen to work, but this top circle here is obviously the oval bulb of a black widow spider, and I have compared it to Electrodictus hasselti. I'm not sure it's a hassle or hasselti. Always trying to find the proper pronunciation. No one has it, so any way you want to pronounce it, you're going to be right. It's called a red-back black widow spider, and this here was in JFK's brain, out of a JFK's Brain X Ray that was just happened to be overlooked. And over here you can see one or two legs, 3, 4 legs out of this one here on the bottom that I just inserted this picture on the bottom circle to give you a little bit of a clearer shot what I'm talking about. Now, these spiders to me are obviously alien, and this here looks like he's speaking on his microphone on the yellow arrow, saying, "Mothership, come in. Do you read? Over." Or "Mothership, come in. Situation here critical. Need clone replacement. Do you copy? Over." And there's some steelies up there. It looks like he's hiding beneath. Now, is what that could be some other alien form of technology that I need, or it could be the yellow arrow points to a musket wadding to carry still BBs, or not musket, but off of a armor-piercing bullet that went through, and for more damage to pack it with steelies, BB stills, to do more damage, but it did not go through any bulletproof window to allow for expansion. But you can see here on the bulb of this top spider, the dots up there would indicate it's a wet red-black black widow. And okay, let's see. So let's see. Zoom in on this little ugly monster here, so you can try to make out any details that you can on that. And this brain tissue looks like nothing but cobwebs on that. And for a human to get now this here is the most dangerous spider of all the black widows. It's the most venomous. It's the most deadly. Most people in Australia claim that no one has lived after being pinged by it. And this here was JFK's canine spider, possibly to, in case of malfunction, to protect his brain organ, a canine from body snatchers, because back at that time there was quite a few of them. And now JFK had 2 spiders in him. I've personally seen it several times, and a few times forgot it because of some repressed memory from suppression of another creature that's in it. Let's see if I can turn this here. No, the picture's fixated. I can't get to my next photograph. I'm just new to this new video programmer. I guess got to release some other mechanism. But JFK also had a couple of toads in him, And that shot of that pup that lasted for 1/16 of a second, the blood volume is equal to that of a toad. Under, 1,800 pounds psi per square inch at a velocity of 2,800 feet, that caused that to to a half thimble of blood to puff and to vanish in midair. And so JFK was not human, not in the slightest. He just has an apparatus to pull humans to genocide them. And let's see, JFK was a Hesperus latrodictus Theridae, not Kennedy. Well, I guess you could say Kennedy or Theridae. And there at the autopsy, he was moved in back into the trauma room because I knew that once this Humpty Dumpty spider gets out, it's going to be big, you know. I mean, I don't know how they do it, but they contour themselves getting into a dummy suit, some flirt bag or some flirt suit or something like that to come out in public and hi, vote for me, you know, because it's all the fixed election. And he was sitting on the table, and I told the doctor, Humes is the name that he claimed. Well, get this, brave National Guardsman who wants to change his name. I'm the only one that's pushing for the exposures, you know, because I had a long life ahead of me. I knew it was going to be miserable, and goddamn it was a miserable long life because I could not expose your grand leaders as being some abomination of office. I mean, you know, and his name means exhume, you know, he calls himself Zoom. So someone else brave will come along and dig up his grave someday and run a test. And you're all supposed to catch on to that hint. Because everything about the JFK is hints, innuendos, and so forth, because there's a lot of pressure about just being killed for just saying the wrong word, so everyone talks in analogies that is very similar. And what else did I want to say? That RFK was there that day, and this police officer wanted him to talk to me to answer any question. I didn't have a list of questions, and only had one. What is Jackie made out of? Because she has something like a 20 or 30 foot penis that came out and laid larvae on school children. I had a couple on me, but I had shellfish tox and I killed those, and that was unbelievable to an officer. The other guy died, the other boy, about age 9 or so. And his other friend was a Tutipiles, is what someone else was calling him. But the officer started to beat on RFK with this nightstick, with his club, and RFK came out of his shell with a huge black-widow spider. It was, you know, and it turned on its ultrasonic or its bio-ultrasonic vibra beaters, and it's like you can see the wind moving waves, and it just wipes out your memory of, you know, just stones you. I wanted to shoot him with my rifle. I was going to, but God, I was a hero again and again and again and again and again and again, doing all these things. And right there's all of his other police officers right there. I was hoping, could you do something? Well, the cop fired his gun 3 times at the RFK spider, and one cop caught on and he drew his gun, and then RFK came out there to chase him down. And so the cop put his, he did something smart. He put his gun back in his holster, and he jumped in a squad car and ran over RFK and pinned him to the road to Elm Street. And I know Dallas has a picture of that because I saw the cop take out his camera and take a few pictures of it. So if you could politely ask the Dallas police for that picture out of their Dallas museum, we would all like to see him. But please do not mention my name. For some reason, there's a little bit of friction going with them about me being involved. But as you can see, JFK is not human, and JFK has an army of scabs. That is, if you open up a wound on him, then they'll come up with 2,000 scab book authors to scab over it to try to heal the wound. And everyone who gets up there to speak in his favor is going to be a spider, or close to it, or some dumb rusted nuthead. And now JFK did not write this speech, Secret Societies. He said the speech. I wrote the speech because I knew what his that he was under a sick society, and his was lateral-dictus. But however, he has Zukin help, lateral-dictus Hasselty, and he also has someone who enslaves him, or did have a couple toads in him. I mean, he was just an abominable disgrace. And I would always step your foot down on it. Well, I guess it's better to spray for JFK and save your soul. Try to step on it, and you might get fanged in the sole, your bare foot, and it's going to take it right off. So this is my presentation, how the autopsy was overlooked, how this picture here was scabbed onto to edit out this black widow spider that is very obvious. And so, please share this with everyone, that JFK was not our hero. He was on the verge of atomic war, and his expected casualty rate, this here is from the Pentagon safe that I had my DOD tactician and supply clerk cracked the safe, filled safe, it filled unsecured, had over 600 million casualties planned the first 48 hours of atomic war. And JFK was, I guess he was relying on his assistant there to hassle other countries. Just put up the big fucking hassle. Russia, China, Europe, and, Germany, you name it. So JFK is not a human hero. He could be if you're a spider, but not to us humans. So please put your foot down on these scabs. It's part of this popularity fraud. And you won't find anything in the JFK library files. 2 tons of garbage, and I heard him mention that there before. Okay, here we go. We're going to bypass the virus. Okay, like this. Okay, let's see if I can pull this video. One more shot up. One more. There we go. This here's a glass toad, and this here